Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video we're going to go through the Forex market wrap. We're going to identify those key levels of the week, and it's been a slightly uneventful week in terms of we had the election. We haven't had a clear result of that just yet, which could add a few risks to the market currently. We also have the possibility that if Biden was to win, that Trump would contest the votes in specific states, which could then lead to a bit of a risk effect going on at the moment as well. But at the moment, the dollar is softened, it's weakening, and it looks like that may continue slightly. And there's a couple of reasons why I quite like that opportunity. And if we just look at Euro US dollar, for instance, price is currently just kind of breaking out of this trendline resistance through here. The market did find a bottom back down at that key 116 level, and we were looking at the idea if price was to break 116, break to the downside on the event of the election, which is just this candle here, and close below, then we were likely going to see 114 out of this market. Now price hasn't done that, it's completely reversed. Dollar has softened. Looks to me like we could see a breakout to the upside. Now the risk here is this 119 level through there. So what we want to wait and see is if price can break and trade above 119. If we can start trading above 119, that dollar weakness is likely to continue, and we're going to see that further upside to Euro US dollar. But at the moment, price stuck between these sort of two key areas of support, that 116, 119. Going to be watching to see how the market reacts and see if we can push and break those highs. Also, we looked at gold going into this week, and again we identified a large weekly zone where we would anticipate the market potentially coming into. But now we've had price breaking a couple of different areas of resistance. So first of all, we had this sort of longer time frame trend line through here, and we said if price was to break and hold above that, we were likely going to see some further upside. Again with gold, there was a sort of shorter term trend line through here where price has also broken out of as well. Now the key lows with the support area down through here, we said if the market is going to break through this zone, very much like Euro US dollar, that price may continue to break to the downside, see this weekly level where we want to be longer term buyers of gold. And in either event, we wanted to be buyers of gold because it looks like it's going to break these key areas seasonally as well. We typically look for gold to rally post-election years, and now we're starting to see this breakout here. We're also starting to see a breakout of the trend line on the RSI as well. Suggests that we could see some further upside out of gold. So we might get a short-term pullback on this. So I'll go to sort of a lower time frame, perhaps like the 4 hour. We can clearly see here there's a bit of a zone where price likes to sort of come into recently and may start trending around this point. So around about that 1930 we could expect gold to kind of bounce into and continue to push to the upside. But things are looking quite good here for gold upside. Now that typically would suggest that the dollar would weaken slightly, and that's what we're seeing on Euro. We're also seeing that on Aussie as well, and Aussie was another key chart for us going into this week, and that 0.7 level was one that we were looking for as potential for the market to react, and that's what we got in the end. Price came into that key supporting level. The election candlestick was just here through there, and again we were looking at this as a bit of upside if Biden was to win. Obviously very close to winning. There still could be a chance of Trump turning it around, so it's not clear just yet. However, that Biden win, the market priced that in essentially, and we've started to see a breakout to the upside. If Trump was to win, we would have saw that 0.7 break, and we would have been looking for further downside, but we don't see that at the moment. Price breaking to the upside, nice 0.7 level, huge weekly level on Aussie has held. We've also had this trend line break that we spoke about earlier in the week, and we were looking for this as a potential for the market to react from this area, and a breakup of these highs was something as well that we talked about. Now we're starting to see that. Nice little breakout there. I expect we're going to see some further upside to Aussie. Now just kind of viewing the sort of RSI, the sort of previous structure points on the RSI is around about 81.40, so we could see a little bit a further upside to Aussie, perhaps back up into this 7,380 area, 7,400. These previous structure highs would be something ideal to look for long opportunities. So ideally right now, price breaking out of that trend. If price pulls back into these previous highs, I'd anticipate a long opportunity into that 0.74 through there. Okay, so keep an eye on these charts going into next week. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of dollar weakness coming through. Obviously, don't hold any trades over this weekend because a lot of headlines may come out. But if Biden wins, then I'm expecting some dollar softness, expecting Aussie US dollar strength, and we'll look to sort of buy the Australian dollar against those weaker currencies as well. So hope you enjoyed the content this week, and I'll speak to you soon.